All right, little correction on what I reported last night. If you caught the show, I was talking about some 2014 stats. Wasn't a great year climatologically, the third warmest in Flagstaff, first warmest in Prescott. But I also talked about the total snowfall on the calendar year, 33.5 inches in Flagstaff, which 14.1 inches of which came on the very last day of the calendar year. So we would have been at 19.1 inches. But anyway, I reported it being the ninth driest. But I correct myself because actually when I go back and I look at the record books, we're not talking about calendar years. We're talking about seasonal snowfall. And we haven't gotten the 2014-2015 seasonal snowfall. Hopefully, it's a lot better than where we were back in the calendar year, because we started off last year so dry, not much last winter, and then we didn't have much last fall either. That's why it was such a dry calendar year with the snowfall. 33.5 inches. We're supposed to get 101 inches. Not supposed to, but average is 101 inches of snow. So that just tells you how little snow we had last year. Okay, today's high temperature, 49 degrees, well above the average of 42, very close to normal on our overnight lows. And we did have a little bit of precipitation back there on January 1, but things have really shut down since. Talking about some high temperatures across the state, everybody kind of well above average. Sedona jumping up today, getting out of the cold air, 68 degrees. That's a big jump from where you were yesterday in the upper 50s. Winslow 49 today, just right at where we were in Flagstaff, though much lower elevation, only 35 degrees today in Page. Some fog hanging around Lake Powell and the Page area, so much colder in some of the valley locations and Page area, and that's going to continue through the week. Okay, taking a look at it on the satellite, very high amplitude, high pressure in place across the entire western United States. A jet stream coming way down into the plain states and nothing going on throughout the entire west. And it's going to remain that way all the way through the rest of this work week, through the weekend, for about another week or so before this pattern breaks down. We are keeping our eye on this area of upper level low pressure. It's going to bring some increased cloud cover later in the week. And I think really what we're seeing for our main thing to talk about through the forecast here is some thickening clouds. I think today the most sunny day we're going to see around here for quite some time. Some high clouds move in tomorrow. Let's talk about tonight. 18 degrees, a few high clouds out there. Tomorrow, a bit more high cloud cover, 50 degrees, similar to today. But as we get into later forecasts, we're going to have some pretty thick cloud cover out there. 61 in Sedona tomorrow, but that's wrong. That's before I noticed that you jumped up to 68 today. Tuba City 47, Winslow 50, still quite chilly in Page. The extended forecast for us here in Flagstaff has some thickening high clouds and even some mid and low level clouds here because of that low pressure down off Mexico. No precipitation in the forecast. All right.